Hey guys, this is Pretzi. Uh, I ended up stopping my video I made before here because my cat is sitting on my bike and I wanted to take a picture of it and show you guys. But unfortunately I can't without stopping my recording. But you're gonna hear some beeping in the background possibly. He's currently standing on the controls of, like, you know how you make things harder and whatever on the bike. Anyway, I wanted to do a video about the patch notes here and talk about them. I'm actually pretty excited for Poseidon, but we'll get to that. So, Light Archangel is a broken and busted monster, and he got nerfed. I think he will still be broken and busted, just not quite as broken and busted. A little bit more reasonable. So his nerf, his passive is whenever someone deals a critical hit to any monster on the field, he counterattacks and then increases his attack bar and increases his defense. So instead of a 15% increase to his attack bar, it's going to be a 10%. And that's a small difference, but in a long fight, which when you have a light Archangel that's well built, it's probably going to be a long fight, and you're probably going to get that effect a lot of times. Those small differences are going to add up, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. But I think those small differences could very well add up. And then increases your defense by 20% up to 5 times, to 10% up to 10 times. So he's going to be ramping up to his damage scales off his defense, and increasing his defense also makes him able to take more damage. So it's very good, but it's going to ramp up slower, which might give you more time to deal with him before he, gets to like his final form or whatever. Heart Magician, Dark, Song of Switch Destiny. That's when she switches your HP and your attack bar. And I haven't used this. I don't have one. I haven't really had it used much against me. When I've faced a Heart Magician, it's always been controlled by an AI, and I haven't really had too much of an issue. That being said, I've seen it be very good in RTA, which is something that I typically don't do. So they nerfed it a little bit. It puts yourself to sleep for 1 turn after using the skill, and it can't be resisted, and it ignores any immunity buff. So I don't know. That could be like an oh my god, she's completely not usable at all right now. Or that could be whatever. Okay, I still switched their attack bar, set them up for the kill, and then killed one of their monsters, and it only cost me putting my monster to sleep for a turn. Could go either way on that one. I just don't know. Light Fairy Queen, I would describe this as a nerf. In most circumstances. In most circumstances, I would much rather have a 20% chance for a stun, I think, than decreasing a guaranteed decreasing someone's attack bar by 10%. 3 times, so maximum 30%. Yeah, that's my opinion. Maybe on Violent. No, even on Violent, if you'd want to stun one and then stun another and then stun another. I guess the fact that it's a 20% chance 1 time, I don't know. Maybe it's more of a side grade. If it's a nerf, it's a small one. I don't really know her for her stuns, but it could be. I don't think it'll make a big difference in her gameplay whatsoever. I think she's still going to do what she was going to do anyway, except for now she won't be stunning people, but she'll be decreasing their attack bars. And that's just either way, I don't think that's going to make a big difference in what she did. Valkyrie Light. The chance of allies receiving a critical hit is reduced by 15%. It's buffed up to 30%. I think, it's hard for me to talk too much about light and dark mons that I don't have, first of all. Second of all, I think that, an extra 15% reduction in critical hits could be pretty big. Might make her, I don't know, see more play in RTA. I don't think she'll see play in anything else other than RTA and Arena. Where the minus 15%, really, I could see that being, maybe it's more of an anti-Lushan thing in Arena. I don't know. Reducing someone's critical hit rate from 100% to 70% can make a big difference in a fight. So maybe it's really good, maybe it's not. Who knows? Again, I think she'll be doing the same stuff that she would be doing anyway, without it being a big deal. Hell Lady Light Crumble increases your attack bar by 10% per continuous damage granted on the enemies after the attack. So her third skill adds a lot of continuous damage. Long story short, I think that is just going to fill up her attack bar. I think you're going to see her, again, I think she's going to be used exactly in the same way she was going to be used before. Maybe you could use her in TOA now, when you couldn't before. I don't know. But I think she's going to be exactly the same as before, just a little bit better. She's going to go, you're going to do Tiana, Galleon, Hell Lady. Maybe you don't even need the Galleon. She's going to add a whole bunch of continuous damage to the enemies, fill up her attack bar, do another AoE attack, and kill them all. And yeah, so she's going to be good. That's again, a buff. She's going to be better than she was. She's still going to be an attack type monster that you might be able to nuke before she has a chance to attack. But she's going to become more of a high priority target. Maybe you could build her on a support build because of this extra attack bar increase, because she gets extra turns. I don't know. I think most people still will build her how they normally built her, but we'll see. Water Sea Emperor. This is the buff that I'm really excited about. Inflicts damage proportionate to your attack power and attack speed. So now his third skill, not only will it reduce the enemy's attack bar to 0, slow them, but now it will also deal more damage. And that's pretty strong. He already had a really good multiplier on his third skill. I don't know how much his attack speed is going to be affecting things, but you were already building speed for him. This sort of opens up some possibilities for him. They also changed him, you'll see later, into an an attack monster instead of an HP monster, which he already had good stats for an attack monster, but they may have also changed his stats. But I think some of the possibilities that it opens up for him is now he can be built on speed, crit damage, HP, with a lot of speed on Violent and still have a very hard nuke on his third skill. Or just a very, very hard nuke on speed crit damage attack. It will depend. I think he's slowly been getting a lot of buffs. His third skill is recently buffed this patch, which I think could be a game changer. His second skill increased their silence from 1 turn to 2 turns. That still will not be dealing a bunch of damage. But really, you use him for his third skill anyway. So maybe some sort of violent something build with speed, crit damage, HP, because I still think he is more supporty. It's worth playing around with. That's the long story short. I think it's worth playing around with. Oops. Fire Fairy King. Hellfire. Added effect. Weakens the enemy's defense for 1 turn if you successfully remove the beneficial effects. Throwing a defense break on anything makes it much better. So I believe, and I'm not sure the way this would work, is you remove the beneficial effects. This is on his third skill. Do damage and defense break. I don't think it is remove beneficial effects, defense break, and then do damage. But I could be wrong about that. The way they have it phrased might change that. I don't have a Fire Fairy King. Hasn't been a good monster, so I don't see a lot of him.